Ladies and gentlemen, different voice that you're hearing from the opening, but my name is JT, and I was recently a member of the Quantum Couch. I sat down, I grabbed my popcorn, I locked in, I tuned in all the way, and now I'm stuck, and I'm here, and you all are here on the Quantum Couch. So lean back, kick your feet up, get your snacks, and let's dive into some nerdy shit. You got myself, JT. You've got Steven. You've got Bruce.
Yep.
Steven, play the music.
Welcome to the Quantum Couch. Steven, JT, Bruce, take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. Welcome to the Quantum Couch. Steven, JT, Bruce, take a seat, take a seat.
Well, kicking in today for the whole show, I mean, we had to sit down and talk Daredevil.
Oh,
Come on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Before we go any deeper to the Daredevil, you had to know that this Quantum Couch has a JT groove in it. You
Yeah.
know when
Yeah.
when the couch is yours, that spot on the couch is yours because it has a groove for you. Anybody sits in that area, they don't fit right. So JT, you have your groove, my brother.
I appreciate
For
that.
sure.
I appreciate that. And if you guys have not listened to the latest episode, where I was a special guest on it, Steven brought some discussions to the Quantum Couch, and I was actually, fun fact, I was listening to, and I told Steven this, but Bruce, I was showing the episode to my wife, and I was like, she was playing the agree or disagree, and I said, watch how I sway these two gentlemen.
I know.
Watch how I bring them onto my.
Yeah.
I said, watch this, and she was
Yeah.
like, okay, and I said, I should
JT,
be
you were suave, my brother, because when I
She
listened
said-
to it
Oh,
earlier
yeah.
today, I was like, you mother?
I told her, I said, this just shows that I should be a lawyer, and she said, or just stick to podcasts. That's all. That's all you
Yeah.
can do.
That's
They gotta
fair.
keep us in
That's
check,
fair.
you know.
Yeah, you know. But yeah, it's. I'm glad to be here. Honestly,
Awesome.
this is awesome, and like you said, I'm ready to talk some Daredevil because holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Season two in a whole. Like, look, season one was great. Don't get me
Insane.
wrong. I loved season one.
Yeah.
Season two, though, completely different feeling.
Crazy.
Right? Am I the only one who thinks that?
No, you're not
No.
wrong. Mm-mm.
Like it's
No.
beyond anything that I would have imagined because they actually have the same people on board with the same
Yeah.
ideas, and there's
Yeah.
no switching up. There's no
Rewrites.
yeah.
anything.
There's none of
You
that.
know-
So
You know what I noticed too, just on that, piggybacking that point, the BB stuff, right? Like in
Yeah.
that first season, it felt kind of disconnected from everything, but when you watch it in this one, it doesn't. It doesn't
Mhm.
feel like it's this extra energy. It's just perfect. Like I don't know, man. It just feels differently in this season, even that part of it. You know what I mean? Like
and I
it's
think
just
another
good.
thing too. I think another thing too that I really enjoy about this season, and maybe and they did it a little bit in season one, just a very tiny bit, but in season two, man, they're honing in, saying we know how good the Netflix series was.
Yeah.
We're not changing anything of that. Like
Yeah.
we're bringing back some memories. We're bringing back some like mentions of characters, like all of that. I was like, yes, like you understand, like you get it, and everybody behind this is just understanding like how to make a good Daredevil.
Kevin Feige is doing a really good job of really branching out these
Yes.
different ways that we can view these characters. Because, I mean, with
Yes.
Loki, Moon Knight, Miss Marvel, Hawkeye, you're kind of playing it a little
Yes.
bit safe. You're playing within that
Yeah.
realm of, like, we can make him a little graphic, but we're not going to really go over that limit. In Daredevil, they're like, yeah, we're going to break this guy's arm and show you on camera, and we're going to fuck these people up. Like,
Oh,
it
The
is
yeah.
most
just...
insane shit
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've ever seen on Disney Plus. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good shit.
Like, I
good
remember
shit.
me and Bruce were talking at work. I'm like, dude, he broke his fucking arm 10
Fucking-
minutes into the
fucking
episode.
arm.
Like,
It was
that was
insane.
just gorgeous.
And I don't know. I told my wife too. I said, I said, you could probably have a counter to how many F words they're throwing around. Like,
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
I was like, whoa. And even in the first episode, I was
Mm-hmm.
like in the first,
Matthew Lillard's character alone, more
Yeah.
F words than the last season, I feel like combined. It is
yeah,
wild.
they really took it and said, you know what? We'll do this. And hey,
Well-
shout out to Deadpool for allowing this, because without Deadpool, we would have gotten the biggest PG-13, maybe PG-13, but the biggest, safest Daredevil that we could have gotten.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
so
I feel like you can't have a safe Daredevil almost. Like I just
Can
can't.
we
I feel
say
like you
this
can't have
though?
that.
No. Can we say this? And you're right. That Disney, that's the cost of having a subscription service, right? On top of the fact that Disney knows that their real money is in the theme parks, right? The IP brings them money, but it doesn't bring them theme park money. So they can sacrifice the small percentage of people that would be turned off by this.
Mhm.
This graphic content on there when they was just looking for Disney princesses and shit. So
Mhm.
I mean, it's not gonna hurt them. This is what I'm saying. So they take that chance, and they also can hide behind the fact that there's no FCC problem here because it is a subscription service. You're
Right.
choosing this. This is not public airways or some cable subscription service, but this is an actual streaming platform that you have to seek out, download, and actively watch and pay for on a
Yeah.
monthly basis. If you don't want it, you don't have to.
Yep.
So
Right.
Yep.
good for Disney utilizing that opportunity and not running from it, because I think we all three can agree on this. That was the fear coming into this. It was
Oh,
like,
yeah.
damn,
Oh, yeah.
are you gonna Disney-fy this shit?
Yep.
And
Yeah.
so yeah, props to them for not.
Are we
doing
gonna
that.
get Mickey Mouse dressed up as
Yeah.
Captain America running around? Like,
Yeah, don't do it. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
But I will say,
other than
season 2 right now, and I wrote this down. Season 2, as of I guess a lot of critics and a lot of people saw the whole season already.
Yeah.
Season 2 has a 95%
Ooh.
Rotten Tomatoes audience and critic score.
Holy
Both.
shit.
wow.
Both.
That's
Yeah.
usually odd to get both of them on the same page.
Yeah, it's usually flipped. One's
Holy
good, one's
shit,
bad.
Yeah.
Yep. It's
Holy
insane. It's insane.
shit.
And
I'm here
you
for
know,
it.
I don't know about y'all, but like reading, when I see critics reviews or for like movies and such, and I can touch upon this on Past the Silver Screen, but when I see this stuff, I hear it, but I don't take it to heart. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
you don't like this, that's fine. Let me go in for
I'm
it
the
with
same way. Yeah.
when I heard that people said, "Oh, it starts off a little slow, but once it gets to episode blah blah blah, it fully takes off." After episode 1, and we can jump in right here, Steven. Hey, episode 1 to me was not slow at all. I was
No.
like, I was fully locked in. I was engaged. I was
So was
like,
I.
it was
Yeah.
great. It was great.
They really get the ball rolling. They're from the jump. They're like,
Yeah.
all right,
Yeah.
here's what's happening after you last saw us. And you're like, shit. Okay. I remember I had to rewind actually because I didn't think it was going to open up quick. So I was like,
Mhm.
oh,
Yeah.
I totally missed something. Let me go back.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Brief thing when you mentioned that critic score and the audience score, is that the highest a Marvel project has been rated across the fan and critics across, like both kind of agreeing on the same page? Or maybe something like
Question.
X-Men, 97 was just incredible too. Maybe
Damn,
something
Steven,
like
good question, man.
Black Panther. It really plays into the thing of like, and maybe this is like for the people that say Marvel's dead, and I've never understood that kind of argument where it's like, oh, Marvel's slacking. It's like, dude, if you think Marvel's slacking, then Marvel's back because
First
they've
of all,
been
that's
hitting all
fear-based.
four corners.
Anybody who talks like that with that kind of criticism, to be honest with you, is fear-based. And I get it. I know where it's coming from. It's that I hope there's no end to this, right? We love this. This is such a good time. Keep on providing me this interesting thing. And then, a few disappointments lead to us to start to really think in a broader scale. Oh no, it's gonna, like Chicken Little, right? The freaking sky is falling. And no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Do you know how much IP there is in Marvel? Holy crap.
Oh my
If they
god.
wanted to, they could flip the script anytime. So, yeah,
And
critics need to
also,
chill the fuck out.
when you're also coming off one of the highest of highs in any franchise that's been done with Infinity War and Endgame back to back,
Come
of
on.
course you're going to want to compare it to that. You're going to
Yeah.
want to compare the greatest hits to stuff that you're just listening to. You know,
Yeah.
like it's difficult. But that's the thing that it's really tough for people is that they're like, well, oh, you know, maybe me personally. I know me and JT go back and forth on this. I I thought the idea of the Eternals would be really fun in a movie sense of like, hey, James Gunn can make somebody like Guardians of the Galaxy really fun and make me really appreciate them, and I didn't know them. Who knows? Maybe Eternals could be that next team. And they do a lot in Eternals to just, and I don't think Eternals was treated with the right kind of respect by the fans, but it just did a lot of setup with no payoff. Because you
I
got
have the.
you
Yeah.
dude, you have Black Knight coming in. You
Yeah.
hear Mahershala Ali's blade,
Yeah.
and you have the Holdman Day thing with Erisham at the end. And
Yeah.
what are we doing now? We haven't talked about it.
Let me
How
tell you
long did it take for
something.
them to talk about Tiamat coming out of the water?
I have an unpopular opinion on that because I actually love that movie. I fucking
I
love
thought
it.
it was good, but it's not
I
treated with
love it.
respect that it should. It
Bruce,
Oh,
doesn't.
I
just
really love it, man. Oh,
Bruce,
it's
just
amazing.
come, just come on my side. I will defend Eternals until the day I die.
I
Movie
Here's
fucking
was
love it,
okay.
bro.
fantastic. That
It
movie,
is a
I'm sorry,
beautiful movie.
that movie
I
gave
will
us the
say-
best. That movie gave us the best speedster of any.
Yes.
Just about to say the same
Superhero.
thing.
Yes.
Just about to say the same thing.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you so much.
Fuck
Sorry,
yeah.
DC. You can't get the fucking figure skating right with Flash. This is all you do
Hate
with
that.
Speedster. They did momentum. They had, just like the power. Whenever she would land and you see the cracks in the earth, and that was
Listen.
gorgeous.
Yeah,
How amazing when so people are not really thinking about the details that go into that. How she is deaf, right? And
Mhm.
mute,
yeah.
right? And the thing is that when you hit sonic levels of impact, you bound to be deaf or mute. I promise you.
Yeah.
There's just no way. The sonic boom alone is gonna blow your eardrums out. So it made sense for that to be in there, and no, they did not talk about it. They didn't address it. It's just one of those things that lives in the world. If you're smart enough to go, that makes sense. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there was,
And let
there
alone
was
that
so much.
that fight with Icarus at the end. I mean,
fucking
when she's just
amazing, man.
pummeling him, hitting him in the rock. That was just
on.
Yeah.
incredible.
That
And
was
I guess-
beautiful because he flew too
Yeah.
close to the sun, bro. That they played
Yes.
that Icarus role so fucking well, man.
Dude, he is incredible.
Great
But I
fucking
two quick
I
things
love
on
it.
Eternals before we jump back to Daredevil. Number one, I like the movie and I enjoy it. It does too much for me to get me excited for other projects that they just don't catch up on later. We haven't heard anything with Mahershala Ali's Blade. That's just up in the air. Who knows what's happening there?
Yeah.
I mean, we're not getting any sort of Black Knight news, and that's upsetting to me because I really like that character.
I really do
We have
too.
fucking Pip the Troll, and come on, guys, like, what are we doing? We have all these different
Yeah.
setups, and no, we're not coming back to it.
Here's
And then
here's what I'll
number
here's what I'll
two,
say to-
quick.
real quick, Stephen, before you say something,
Hit me.
what I will say to that is this kind of goes back to if any of our listeners have, been constantly listening. What I said last episode about Civil War and how it sets up and how it was a seed and you got time
Yeah.
to grow. It's got to give water.
Yeah.
I feel like, and anybody listening to this can write it down. You can bookmark it right here. When those payoffs happen, Eternals will be now worldly and wildly
Yeah.
known as a better movie when we get a Blade,
Yeah.
when we get a Black Knight
Agreed.
reintroduction. If we
Agreed.
ever see the Eternals again, people are going to go back
Man, I
to
wish we
the
do.
original Eternals and be like, you know what? That movie was actually really good. And me and Bruce are going to be like,
Yep,
guys,
we knew it.
we've been telling you this since the
Listen,
beginning.
Jack Kirby is not rolling in his grave. He is certainly resting with peace because that was a good quality take on it. I mean, I
was
love
fun.
it, man. Listen, it gave more explanation to why when the Fantastic Four decided to do what they did, and really give us the size of a freaking god eating planets. They really gave us that in Eternals. Till that point, there was no size.
No,
You realize
you-
that,
you
right?
just
I
kinda-
personally wish Galactus was the scale of what's
Of a
the
Celestial?
guy called? Erisham. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
how terrifying
But he
would that fucking
was.
be?
I mean,
But
yeah,
he
I mean,
was.
He was large.
No,
was
he
large.
miniaturized himself. He was larger than that.
yeah,
In
especially when he was
space,
on
He
the
was
ship.
known to be
Yeah.
larger than
Yeah.
that. Because he can miniaturize himself.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
because he
has
can
been
go down
in
to
the
where he's like
comic
the size of
books.
like the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. Absolutely. The Statue
What
My
were
of
you gonna
Liberty.
say,
second
Steven?
quick point. Yeah, my second quick point. I don't know what it is. 2 weeks of me going through and just having an opinion. I'm slowly falling off the seat of the quantum couch. This
There
is
you
so
go.
crazy. I have some of the hottest takes and I don't even think it's that hot to say because I did like Eternals. I just wish
Okay.
those payoffs came off sooner. Because here's the
Hey,
thing, I don't want to
JT,
wait.
he's coming
6
to our
years for
side
this.
now.
Yeah.
I do like it. I hope listeners know I do like this movie. It's just I don't want to wait 6+ years to be like, oh hey, we're finally getting something with Blade after you announced it
Yeah.
before Eternals came out. You know, or
Yeah.
like, hey, you introduced Black Knight. He is in the MCU. He has not been
Yeah.
anywhere to be seen. It's just
Yeah.
difficult for me to be like, oh fuck yeah, I'll wait 6 years for this because I mean, Black Panther came out 2 years after Civil War, or a year after Civil War. Homecoming was that
Yeah.
same exact year. So those
Yeah.
seeds that they planted in Civil War, yeah, we got the fully grown tree here a year or two after.
Yeah.
Eternals, they're really gonna build the whole. Hey, you got to wait 5+ years for that, and that's gonna be tough.
All right, my counterpoint to this, and we'll move on after this. Did you like Captain America: Brave New World? Did you like? I'm sorry. Let me rename it. I liked it, but let me rename it. Did you like Hulk 2?
I was just about to say it. They didn't treat Sam Wilson with respect, and I think that's the thing that's hard with Sam Wilson is they gave him a better story in Falcon and the Winter Soldier than they did in Brave New World. In Brave New World, he for some reason just doesn't know what to do next.
Right.
And in
I mean,
Falcon and the Winter Soldier, he had all the answers.
yeah.
Like-
It to me, the reason I mentioned that was simply because I think that is the longest like long game
Wait.
movie.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
yeah. I mean, we didn't even get a Hulk. Like,
It's
okay,
what,
Red Hulk,
14 years,
but
15 years.
But we got
Yeah.
Samuel Stearns back. We finally got to see
The leader.
Liv Tyler, whatever her name is. I
Yeah.
can't remember. Betty. We got to see
Betty,
her
yeah.
for like 10 minutes, not even.
Yeah.
Like you know, just reasons behind it, and a lot of people call it Hulk 2, and maybe that's one of the reasons why I have it lower on my list. And we'll have a whole conversation on that later. But again, the long game, Marvel plays it really well. One of the best franchises to ever play the long game. It just depends on, do you want a short long game or a fast long game? So
Yeah.
Yeah.
but I did, before we get back into Daredevil, I know we've been kind of going off a little bit, but you asked the question about the Rotten Tomatoes. The top 3 shows that have higher Rotten Tomatoes scores, I should say. X-Men 97 have a 99% Rotten Tomatoes
Whoa.
score for critics and a
can believe it.
91 for audience.
I could believe it.
Wow.
It was
Miss
good.
Marvel
It was
has a
good.
98 critic score
Miss
and an
Marvel.
80
Deserved, because I love Miss Marvel.
and an 80% fan score, or audience score.
Wow.
And Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man has a 97 Rotten Tomatoes score of
Yeah.
critics
That
and
is nuts.
and a
No, that is
62% audience score.
62.
Wow.
Eesh. God,
And I will
that's
say, maybe
low.
I'm on the fan side of that because Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man's a fun animated series, but
I
like
love it.
it doesn't do too much for me. I'm just like, yep, that's fun.
I love
Yeah.
it. I love the exploration. But you know why I love it? Because as a New Yorker, I could relate a little bit, right? Like the
Right.
story, the feel of it. It really is the impact of the neighborhood Spider-Man. And feeling that, I could see him going through the city, and like, I don't know. I felt like it was touching to me in that way, and I was like, yeah, I like this. We're never gonna
Yeah.
get that in the MCU. It's just not gonna happen. So
No.
it's nice that I get this in some form where that's kind of the
Unless
Spider-Man I grew up with. To be honest, Spider-Man and his amazing friends. You know what I mean? So to me, that's kind of in that same realm. So I like it.
I mean, if they're doing anything right, I mean, I think once, and this will happen. I mean, we're gonna get Miles Morales in the MCU. I already
Got
know
him.
Bruce is gonna have a field day with this because this
Got
is
him.
right up your alley.
Oh,
And
100%.
the thing
I've
that's
been waiting
crazy
for
is
this
like,
for years.
yeah, like when it comes down to like, and I think that's one of my favorite things to look at in comics is like seeing where you're from in like real life, obviously where you're born, where those comic characters are inspired. Like Bruce, you have you have probably the best catalog of characters from where you're from. I have fucking the Blob and Quasar, like people that just and I do have what's his called Doorman, so I do have a cool one on my side.
I
That's
legit
another
have
Wisconsin
nobody. What do
one.
you got? What are you talking about? I have legit.
Memphis, no, I swear, Tennessee. There is a Tennessee superhero.
Who?
We're about
It's
to.
gonna be a mutant.
Do you want to know? Do y'all want to know real
Oh.
quick? Y'all want to know the worst MCU shows, or are we
Yeah.
gonna move on?
Yeah,
Yes,
actually,
yes.
give me
What's the
just give me
bottom three?
one though. Yeah, what's
Okay,
the bottom
so-
3? Yeah.
So this list. Okay, so
Oh
audience
man,
score.
I feel.
You know what?
All right,
You know
go
what? How
ahead.
about with this? How about we play a little game? Audience score is a 53, and I mean critic score is a 53. Audience score is a 43. What is the show?
Agatha.
No,
I'm
come on.
gonna
What do you-
say
come
it's
on.
Secret Invasion.
It is in secret. It is secret
Holy
invasion.
shit! Look, because I mentally
terrible.
blocked that shit from my mind.
It doesn't exist to the MCU to me.
Okay, so the
Shit,
next one is 70% critic score, but 50% audience score. What is the show?
Agatha.
You stop this with Agatha. It's
Yeah.
not Agatha.
Is
You
it
know what?
action?
Agatha. You know what, Bruce? I'm gonna tell you right here. Agatha is an 84 critics
Wow.
and an 82 audience.
That's good.
Okay.
That is really
That
good.
is actually pretty good. I didn't hate it. I just was like, all right.
I dug
I'm
it.
gonna say
I,
TV show wise, it might be Echo.
it is Echo.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck, man.
Steven 2 for 2. Okay.
That was another.
And I
tough one,
loved
yeah.
Echo. I loved Echo. Holy shit! I am.
Yeah.
I don't.
So
I don't
bad.
think you'll get this one though, Steven. 76% audience, or I'm sorry, critic score, but a 46% audience score. So critics like it a little bit more than the audience. What show is it? Again, 76 critic, 46 audience.
Moon Knight? Don't say
No.
Moon Knight.
No,
Thank
way.
God. It's WandaVision, isn't it?
it's not.
No, I think
No.
I know what it.
It better
might
not be low key. I swear to God.
Nope.
Is it Hawkeye?
No,
Oh,
Oh,
it's not even Kate Bishop.
is
Are
it
you
live
ready?
action though?
it is live action.
Bruce, you get one more guess. I get one more guess. What do you think it is?
Think about it. It's tough. I mean, I would not agree
Live
with this.
action.
I would not agree with this.
Wait,
at
wait.
all.
Disney Plus, right? Not Netflix, right? Okay. hold
Nope.
on.
Yep, Disney Plus, MCU.
Live action shows.
I was genuinely like, I had to scroll past it and be like, wait, whoa.
I have an idea.
Okay, hit me with it.
I'm gonna be wrong. She-Hulk.
No, She-Hulk is the 4th lowest, not the 3rd.
Damn.
Bruce, come on, you got to save it. What do you think it is?
Critics had She-Hulk at 80%. Audience had it at 32.
I'm trying to think of all the fucking shows right now.
It's
that we
tough.
didn't
It's
mention.
tough. There's a lot of shows.
I know there's how many? 22 or some shit like that, and I didn't even know there was that many.
Can I name them
Um,
out? I'm not gonna save them as a guess, but we have Wonder Man's got to be high.
That shit's
Moon
got to.
Knight's gotta
Don't
be
tell me
high.
it's fucking Wonder Man, because I will be
It
so
better not
irate.
be good.
Yeah.
Nope.
Secret Invasion, we said. Agatha, it's not. Hawkeye is not. Moon Knight, no. What?
WandaVision, no.
WandaVision, no. Loki, no.
Loki, no.
Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Oh,
Maybe?
is it Falcon and the Winter Soldier?
Nope. Y'all ready for the
Okay.
answer?
Wait, yeah, hit us.
Go ahead. No, just give it to us.
Ironheart.
Whoa,
Damn.
that's criminal.
You talking about the show that gave us Mephisto? No.
Yeah, that finally did
That's
it?
bullshit. That's bullshit.
Wow.
40 for it. So
Nah.
what it does is, and the reason
It's
why
crazy.
She-Hulk is like one step higher is because 80% Rotten Tomatoes to a 76 for Ironheart. According to this
That's
list,
crazy.
Gosh.
people
That is
liked
crazy.
or like the way that it's divided. It had 76% average Rotten Tomato score, and the average audience member score was a 46.
I mean,
What?
I don't know that. Wow, I can't believe that because the story. All right, well, I might.
I guess here's
know.
my only gripe.
I might
if
be
could play
biased.
devil's
I loved
advocate.
it.
I could be biased as well. Here's my only thing that maybe could bring it down. But to me, it doesn't bring it down more than 50%. But Riri, being one of the smartest minds in where she's at in college, but yet she still makes the stupid same decisions and the dumbest mistakes.
Yeah,
Like,
but
maybe
that's the appeal to that. Think about it, Steven.
exactly.
There's
That's the whole
that
point of
human
being
element.
a
We saw
college
that with
kid and a
Tony.
kid.
Remember, we saw that with
Oh,
Tony
yeah.
Starks all the time. He
That's the
made
thing.
freaking Ultron. So let's
Yeah.
not forget how fucked up things could be or had been.
Right.
Because Tony, as much of a genius he was, he made some bad decisions. That's just the way that goes.
all the decisions he made also led to all of his villain Spider-Man villains. So
Absolutely.
it's just
Yeah.
it's Tony Stark looked at me wrong and said, "Move out of my way. I'm going to kill you, Peter Parker."
Yeah.
Awesome. This is really fun. But no, that is really criminal to me because I did enjoy that show
Yeah,
a
I
lot.
think that's fucked
agree.
up.
I agree.
love that show.
But back to Daredevil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right back to Daredevil. Where
All
we
right,
leave
so
off,
first
we talked about
episode.
episode 1. Yeah.
For episode 1, can we do a recap real quick? Just short, like front, middle, back, boom, 5-second recap.
Yeah,
You guys
I mean,
remember how it started?
we're kicking in with. I mean, it's so tough as how do you even start the first episode when it hits off with a bang? You're basically going into here's what's happening with the task force of the vigilantes. Daredevil's on the run. He is, missing and everything. Karen talks to him about this whole thing that has to come up soon because there's going to be a big battle in New York. Start getting people. Karen had in one episode said a paragraph to Matt Murdock that will be her demise because she is fucking toast. She is totally dead. 1000%. And I've said this to both you guys after we saw the episode. She had literally, it is one of those moments where you're watching it and you're just like, man, this is really long-winded for someone who's really confident in this fight. She's getting a bullet. And after that, I mean, that first episode was just a kind of a home run because we get the introduction to Matthew Lillard's character. We see that he's underneath this whole CIA operation underneath Val, or he's, Val's kind of right hand.
Mm-hmm.
And we still don't really know who he is or what he's doing here. And I think that's my favorite mystery so far of the show is every episode he's in, you still don't know what's happening.
No.
And it's going to be a big payoff, I hope.
But what you can
first
tell,
episode was fun.
But what you can tell is Fisk, Kingpin, he is also quite scared of Matthew Lillard's character.
Oh yeah.
Like he is.
I don't
just
know
like,
that he would be. I don't know if he's scared as much as he's annoyed by him.
Because when
you watch the podcast, Vincent D'Onofrio talks about that and how he channels some of that annoyance because what he was trying to say was that he thinks that he's disrespectful and uncultured and not classy at all. And so that's just to jump ahead a little bit into this last episode where you see that showdown and he's about to walk out of the warehouse right after Buck kills the two dudes. He says, I forgot what he says, but he says something to the respect of it's uncourteous, right?
Mm.
Or next time call it's uncourteous or something like that, right? And so that's just the way that Vincent D'Onofrio read that script and played it out, as if this guy who he doesn't perceive as much of a threat, but has access to the things he wants, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's fucking annoying. That's what he's like, a thorn or a
He's like
thistle in his side. That's
clenching
really
his
what it
fists
is.
not to beat the
Yeah.
shit out of Matthew Lillard's character every
Yeah.
time he sees him.
Oh,
But
absolutely.
I do feel like if he wants to do something violent towards that character, I feel like he knows the repercussions of Val. That's where
Oh, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That's what
I agree.
That's where I'm like, I think he has a
Yeah.
limit where he's like you said,
No,
Bruce,
agreed.
annoyed,
Yeah.
but also to the factor is like, I know I can't do anything
Yeah.
to this guy. Like
Yeah.
that's
And maybe it's not a fear of Matthew Lillard's character, but it's a fear of the highest of the high.
The consequences of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Because that's the
absolutely.
thing is that they
Yeah.
teeter into is, and this is going to be maybe jumping into episode 3 here a little bit, but when he's chatting with Vanessa and she was like, is this what you want? And he was like, we could have more.
yeah.
Maybe he knows that if he does something to him, he can't have more than what he
Yeah.
has now as this mayor. So
Yeah.
it's really difficult because I really want to know where they're going to teeter this line of Matthew Lillard's character. He did confirm he will be in season 3, so there is going to be more of a story to him.
Good.
But yeah, just wow.
I think for episode 1 for sure. Again, I don't think it started off slow like a lot of these other people, said it did. We get the fight on the
agree.
boat. We get
Beautiful scene, by
Matt.
the way. I
we
loved it.
get Daredevil using some of the most brilliant ways to understand what is going on by putting the watch in the armor case or whatever that has all the guns and ammunition and stuff, so he can hear it again when he's close to it. How brilliant is that? Like,
That's
Genius.
come on.
Genius.
Like, I wouldn't have thought of that. I'd have been like, well, all right.
Yeah,
I guess
I'll think about this.
I'll just have to remember the choreography with the fighting scenes was, of course, it's Daredevil, so it's going to be great. But this one, I feel like episode 1 was that, like, all right, here we go, we're getting ready. And then you get into episode 2, where I think episode 2 is more of a character introduction driven episode. You get a lot more, I believe it was episode 2, maybe it was episode 1. It might have been episode 1 where we get more of the BB Urich, episodes with the fake Kingpin. Again, there's a lot of stories. There's a lot of characters, like subplots going on.
Yeah.
But when you tie it all together, it all leads back to Kingpin.
Yeah.
And I love it. And he is, I mean, that's why he's the mayor of New York. He just, everything runs through him. His task force is just going insane after anyone and everyone.
Dude, they're brutal.
Yeah. They are
they're
brutal.
kicking shop doors down, apartment doors down, and they're just they're wailing on people.
And we talked about this pre-show about the absence of one Frank Castle, aka the Punisher. But while he's not in this season, or at least we don't think so, after 4 episodes down, we have not seen him. But we do get a mention of him from Karen Page, where Karen says Karen's ready to fight this with violence. Like, you can tell her violence. Her violence meter is like,
she was training. She'd been training.
She was ready to go. But she mentioned, like, maybe we can call Frank. And Matt's like, no. Like, we got to do this. Like, that's the one thing. I will say this. I love Daredevil. I love Matt Murdock. I love the character. But sometimes, damn it, the justice system is not going to work. I mean, as much as they want it to, I think Matt has to understand, okay, at some point we know that Kingpin has moles everywhere. One might be a judge. I mean, we saw in episode, what was it? Episode 3, which is really all about the trial of Jack Duquesne, the swordsman. Which, by the way, after that episode, for anybody listening, I am now a huge Jack Duquesne fan. Never was. Now I am.
He's the best. He is so cool.
Yeah, I mean, you just see the justice system trying to work its magic,
Yeah.
but sometimes it just fails, and that was an instance of it not working. And Jack Duquesne gets, basically life in prison for his vigilanteist, actions. And uh, I can't remember the lawyer's name, um, but she like her trial was very unfair, and the judge was like,
Well,
"This
it
is
was
all you
so
have."
corrupt.
Yeah, yeah. And
Yeah.
she was like, okay, cool, like awesome. So, yeah, I'll end this for my piece. The first 3 episodes, because episode 4, I think, is the one that we really need to talk about because it has a lot to do with how the story's closing. Episode 3 is my favorite so far.
Mhm.
Actually, you know what? I don't
The
know.
the breakout scene is just, dude. That 15 minutes that you're watching that,
Yes.
and you have the swordsman pulling out that baton and dude,
And
that
he's
one
like
shot
looking at
was
it.
awesome.
He's like
It
looking
was
at it like,
beautiful.
okay. Yeah,
I
it
can do
was.
something with this. He's like, it's not my sword, but I'll still
And
fuck
what
people up.
and what I love about it too is they didn't include like other like because there was just civilians in there. Like
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of people would have hated it if it was a lot of vigilantes. Like if you like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a lot of superpowered like people or
I'd be
whatever.
like,
It
oh
was
great,
just
it's just a
yeah,
stomp
it's just
fest.
yeah. But it was just 2 guys, one that we've not seen in action since his arrivals in Hawkeye. Like Jack Duquesne has been here since Hawkeye. We got to remember that. And we
Mhm.
haven't seen him do any kind of swordsman-esque action. And then we get it
And
in this episode, and you're like, oh, I love him.
and he's gonna be personally funding this mission
Yeah.
to go through and stop this vigilante task force. And I think my favorite thing, going back quick to the whole Karen talking about, how she wanted Frank to be there because Frank has just that, do it kind of mentality of he'll get the job done because he doesn't care about
He
killing
don't care.
people. And with Matt being like, no, we're not gonna kill, like we're not gonna like go there. In that episode, in that breakout scene, she shoots and kills someone, and there's a quick shot of Matt kind of looking back, being like, oh my god, like this is where we're at now, but he can't focus on that. They just have to keep going. And
Yep.
That was really cool to see, because you're just like, oh, she did it, she's already went there. So
Yeah.
I don't know, something could happen big.
Yeah. I mean, I say episode 3 is my favorite, but I really, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it's episode 4, just for a lot of like just different reasons. I think episode 3 had the better I don't know now. I'm swaying my own self after thinking of this.
So
And
I- 'cause
here's
I
the
was
thing
gonna-
I will try to sway you with. We have talked about in the past, JT, Marvel's episode 4s are usually some of the most exciting, and they're the best because they always do something big in those 4th episodes.
Yep. I agree.
Can I say
wholeheartedly.
one thing about the Frank Castle thing real quick?
Hell
And
yeah.
I don't know if you guys will agree with this or not, but when Karen talks about Frank,
She
it feels
misses
a
him.
little weighty, doesn't it?
She
Yeah.
It
misses
feels a
him.
little weighty.
Here's the-
And the fact that Matt gets a little bit nervous about that says a lot to
Mhm.
me. Like, his note was more than, nah, he's just too violent. It was like, damn, are you thinking about him? Like,
Mhm.
that
Yeah,
kind
no,
of
his
shit
body
was going
language
on.
literally changes.
Yeah.
No, it's incredible. I think she misses that grittiness and that kind of dark edge, because that's the
To
energy
take
they
charge.
need right now. Yeah,
Mhm,
they
yeah,
need that kind of energy, so
yeah.
she's gonna miss that for sure.
Yeah.
But obviously, she still loves Matt, and we've seen that.
Yeah.
Our Matt Murdock is a little bit of a whore, so
Yeah.
Nah,
Oh,
for sure, for
yeah.
sure.
No, Bruce,
Um,
you know what song would have been fantastic in that moment? If we got Biz Markie's He's Just a Friend.
Just a friend. Yeah, that would have been a really dope moment. Yeah.
Could you imagine
Yo.
just like that playing in the
But from-
background?
But not even in the place, but like a car going by the
Yeah.
window and it's just bumping
It's
it and
playing
you
in
hear
it.
it in the background. Yeah, that would have been perfect. Yeah.
Or
Awesome.
it would have been great in like the last season when Frank and Karen show up in that cab and that's what they're listening to.
Mhm.
That would have been
Oh,
hilarious.
shit. The
That was
cab
awesome.
driver's playing it. Yeah.
Because Frank's like, Yeah, I'm gonna troll this guy real quick. I'm gonna I'm
Oh
gonna
yeah, he's
mess with
gonna
him.
get back at Red.
I'm
He
gonna
knows what
yeah,
he's doing.
I'm gonna mess with him a little bit,
Well,
but
I gotta say my favorite episode happens to be the last one, that 5th episode. I just I loved it
Fourth.
so much. Or excuse me, the 4th one, not the 5th one,
yeah,
the 4th one. I agree with you, JT. I love that so much. There was a lot of payoff in that episode. I
Hmm.
freaking love the boxing scene. Vincent
Dude,
D'Onofrio, he looks
scary.
jacked as shit. What the fuck? His arms, by the
yeah,
way, I
Hmm.
don't know what the fuck was he doing. Maybe he was steroided up, but them arms look fucking stout. They look
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
wow.
That's all natural,
Wow.
baby. He was on
Yeah.
a crazy diet. He was literally boxing in preparation
He
for
looks
it.
amazing. He looks
hmm
amazing.
yeah,
100% amazing out there. And I guess, and it's no surprise, hopefully. And because the listeners can't see it, I'm wearing a Billy Joel, The Stranger's sweater with his face and the album cover on it. I love that they started this the way they
yep,
did.
Hmm.
I must have watched that intro at least 5 or 6 times because I
Oh
love it.
yeah.
It's so perfect. The
yeah,
sound the music that they chose to companion his morning ritual, which is quite
Yeah.
comparisons to so many other morning rituals we've seen. We've seen Matt Murdock making his coffee listening to a song, right? We
yeah,
saw Kingpin making his omelet in the morning while listening to a song. So it's almost in that same vein of tradition of
yeah,
like start of a show with them eating, making breakfast and all of that shit. And I think for me, he's probably got my favorite intro so far. To be honest with you,
Yes.
it's perfect. It is just,
It's
I
easily the best
yeah,
opening in the show.
yeah.
yeah,
I
hands
also
down.
think like Bullseye has been a character that I think a lot of people wanted to see more of, and I was one of those
Yeah,
people. Um, and I thought that intro with him in the diner, he has this
beautiful.
he has this charm. Like people are just like even that neighbor was like, "Good morning," and he's like, "Oh, good morning," like sees the dog and like pets the dog and it's like, oh, this guy genuinely has a nice and like a good boy, personality.
Yeah,
And then he gets in the diner and he's like, "All right." And again, our second mention of Frank Castle right there, where he's like, there's the Punisher in
yeah,
the diner, and all the task force
yeah,
come after him, and then they realize, oh, it's not
yeah.
actually him. We're dealing with a psychopath, another psychopath. Um, my question to you, gentlemen, where do you think is the most lethal place Bullseye should not be in? Because we saw that scene in the diner
Mm.
where he has the forks and he
I got
hits it off
mine.
and he hits it he
What's
hits the he
yours?
hits it off and he grabs the forks and he starts throwing it. He puts the toothpick in the like the way that he has these kills in this episode was some of the most amazing things. But other than a diner, because we've already seen it, where would you not want to see him?
I wouldn't. There's two quick places. First, I would not want him in a high school or in a college with all those pencils and all that equipment. Fuck that.
Yeah.
And number two, Joanne
Wait, don't give
Fabrics.
me. Oh, I was gonna say, don't give me your second one because I wanted to touch on that first one a little bit. You said school and college, and in my mind, I was thinking Staples or any place like that
Yeah,
that sells office supplies.
we're
Do
on the
not
same
let that
page.
man in. Yeah,
Yep.
none of that
Yep.
shit. But yeah, okay. So Joanne Fabrics is awesome too. Um, yeah, I was gonna say my second one because I go with the Staples and everything for that first one. My second one would be kind of in the same vein as a Joanne Fabrics, but like a general merchandise store, like a Walmart or a big like a
Oh,
Costco, something where you
dude, they
got
sell fucking
abundance of
guns.
shit.
Like,
Yeah, you
Yeah.
just
you're toast.
Yeah.
yeah, where like quick access to shit that you could just forget about it. Nah,
And if we're
Mine
getting
it's
straight
the same.
violent, maybe like an axe throwing parlor.
Yeah.
You don't want to go
I
out with him one night there.
my two, and they're very same, but they're rivals of each other, is a Lowe's and a Home Depot.
Yeah,
I
Oh,
would I would
yeah,
run to the back exit door if this man came in to a
Imagine
Home
all
Depot.
those freaking different variations of nails and screws.
Yeah.
Ay, ay, ay.
Yeah.
He's got
That is
nail. If you get access
crazy.
to a nail gun or like those pressurized
Oh.
airs, have fun. Here's the thing: there's no way I'm running out because he'll shoot that shit off to the ceiling. It'll bounce 6 places and hit me right in the head. It's just,
Hell, this
I
man.
got a question though. I got a
this man,
question for you both.
before you ask it, this man threw a lobster,
Through
a
a
freaking lobster, and killed somebody.
Yo,
Come on now.
here's a question. In the same tradition of your question, the same vein of your question, instead of worse, what is the funniest place you would see him at, and he still kills some people, right? Like, what is the funniest?
Ooh, that's tough.
that's harder than
Yeah, that's
the-
yeah.
I would
I
honestly say a movie theater.
Okay.
okay.
That would be so
Yeah.
fun seeing him go with like getting all those tickets and all the, like, I don't know. He would give me like 3,000 paper cuts on
Paper
my
cuts,
face or
yeah.
something. He would
No,
go to the
Death
back
by
and he would grab
M&M's.
Yeah.
Oh no, literally, he'll use those straws and he'll just spit popcorn kernels at me. I'm toast.
Yeah.
Nasty.
No.
What about you,
m-
JT?
I would say I like a party city, like some like
Oh my god.
yeah, like
Pumps
party
your body
city.
with helium.
Yeah,
Yeah.
duh, with all the balloons and all the like birthday
Yeah.
cards and whatnot. Yeah, he'd like grab a card and just like throw it from across the room, hit it off a balloon, and then right in my neck.
You guys ready for
Yeah.
mines?
Oh
Hit it.
Lord.
Build the bear.
Oh, 1,000% he's stuffing somebody with all that cotton, dude.
Could you
There is just
imagine?
no chance he's not doing that.
Could you imagine like okay, we've all been to a Build-A-Bear. There's nothing to hide here.
Yeah.
You hide nothing on the Quantum Couch, by the way.
Yeah.
That's right.
And could you imagine him going up to the little heart where you have to like make a wish, and he's like making
Yeah.
a wish, and then he just like fink, like just throws the.
JT, that's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, you know the one that thumps?
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. That's in your forehead, just thumping.
Yep.
Yeah, I love
Yep.
it.
Yeah,
That's
Builder would be so
amazing.
funny. Here's my thing. Who would be more creative with their kills? Because obviously we've seen Bullseye have a lot of creativity in the way that he's going with a lobster tail. I think it would be really fun to see him and Deadpool in a fight. To see how they kind of
That
go at
would
each
be
other.
fun. That would be
be
fun.
really sick.
That
Yeah.
would be fun, actually. I would love to see that.
That's
They
yeah.
would be going
I would.
tit for tat on that one, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a whole movie, just one scene of them just going at each
It
other.
would be
for a
it would
little
have to be
bit.
like a short 10-minute.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
would just want them to just go at it. Yeah, that would be so much
Yeah.
fun. And who's better
That's-
at like understanding angles and all that stuff? Is it like someone like Bullseye or is it someone like Cyclops or Hawkeye?
I was gonna say Hawkeye. I would say I think
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye would be the one character like
Yeah.
that could possibly mirror anything that like Bullseye could do. I mean, just
Yeah.
bouncing off of things with the aim, with the
Yeah.
precision.
Well, we know,
with the
right? He did
accuracy.
the Dark Avengers. He took the role of
He
of
was
Hawkeye.
Hawkeye,
so
yeah.
Yeah.
I would
Yeah.
argue they're
I mean,
the
that's
same
an easy
character.
pick.
One built with good
Yeah.
faith. One just does not
Yeah.
care. One
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
just smiles after a prank call to the police about Frank
Yeah.
Castle being there. I love that smile when he just hangs up and puts it back in his little coat and
Yeah.
Yep.
he's just waiting. That is so great.
But then, like, continuing with the episode too, is we leave that scene at the diner, and he makes his, he makes his logo with the ketchup. He walks out, and really, like, again, what I mentioned with subplots of this whole season is this part is, branching off of season 1, where Vanessa hires Bullseye to kill Foggy Nelson, because Foggy is on to Vanessa about the Red Hook situation. So
Yeah.
again,
Mhm.
that constant, like, you've got to understand why things are, and then then Vanessa gets him out of jail, because Kingpin arrests him, and
Yeah.
he gets him out of jail. Vanessa does. He kills Foggy, and then Kingpin was like, all right, or Vanessa was like, all right, we're done with you, we don't need you anymore, and kind of leaves him out to dry. And now it's like, okay, really? This is what you're going to do? All right, bet. I'm coming after you now. And that's been Bullseye's main thing from the get-go. I mean, we saw him save Matt Murdock in the first episode.
Yeah.
We saw him, like, the Vigilante Task Force was about, like, they unmasked him.
Yeah.
They saw who it was, and then they get knives through their eyes. Like, and the one that says, "You're
Matt
welcome."
did pay it forward, though, because
He
Matt
did.
saved him from getting shot, right?
Well, he did get shot. Spoilers for anybody who hasn't
he
seen it. We should have
he
started
got
off
killed
that
by
way. but-
Vanessa.
Let's
By
beat around the
Vanessa,
bush.
though.
Yeah. Vanessa shoots him, and then as Kingpin is about to do the final blow, the double tap, here comes a baton bouncing off the
Wait.
that, I was
Before
like,
we get to the ending, I want to address one other thing that I liked a lot, and I hope it's not going to be a corny development, and that's the White Tiger mantle being passed to his niece, right? Because for me, I really do have that personal bias towards it being Puerto Rican and from New York City. So to me, looking at that, I'm like, I hope they do us right and don't give me this girl who might just make it a little fluffy. I don't want no Powerpuff Girls out of this shit. Just being honest. You know what I mean? Give me somebody dangerous, tough, not New York grit, not to sit. Yeah.
I don't want to be the one to break your heart, Bruce, but I think that's where they're going. I think she will eventually take up, and this is my thought, so y'all can correct me if I'm wrong, or any of the listeners can just comment and be like, no, JT's wrong. She, and I'm calling it this right now, she will become White Tiger by the end of this show. Not necessarily this season, but at some point during the Daredevil show.
No, agree.
Maybe season 3, maybe whatever.
Yeah.
But she will be in the Young Avengers.
Ooh.
I mean, and I don't mind that. That's not the Powerpuff. That's not the fluff that I'm talking about.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I'm talking about. There was a part in episode 3 when she's trying to convince, who was it, Karen, to let her go with her, and then she jumped out the back and said, no. Come on. That felt kind of campy to me. That was the one moment I was like, all right, this is kind of campy.
But to defend her, she also slashes the tires of the Vigilante Task Force with the claws, with the claw marks.
Yeah,
so
that's the redemption moment.
I feel like they're gonna go that route, and they are going to give her the mantle. But I feel like it's going to be one of those slow builds where it's like she's going to show like signs. And even I think in episode 3, maybe episode 4, the episodes start piling together once you start watching them all. There's that scene that he has that, Daredevil has with her, and he grabs her amulet and he's like, he was a good man, and she's like, I want to do it right by him. He got shot down in cold blood. Like this is not how it should have been. And so I think her taking the mantle, she's doing it out of respect for her uncle and respect for the mantle of the White Tiger. But I do feel like she has to grow up a little bit. You know what I mean? I feel like doing these things in the shadows is probably what they're going to set her up to do. And then eventually she's going to get the powers of the White Tiger, join forces with Cassie Lang and Kate Bishop and Riri Williams. And, well, I don't know about Riri because at the end of Ironheart, she's all, whatever. Yeah. But
they're already a lot older though. But I get it.
And America Chavez, like characters like that. That is who she's going to be, predominantly with down the line. She's not going to be a big player in this season.
Let me ask you, you guys don't think that the Ice Cream Twins are going to be in the Young Avengers?
Oh, God.
You know the Ice Cream?
You
don't think that?
No.
Never.
They're not going to be out there singing their ice cream song? What the hell?
No,
I would.
No, I mean, look, if Billy and Tommy were in,
it's got to be somewhere in the Mutant Saga that they come back where they're really major characters or major players. Who knows? Maybe they come back in Vision Quest.
I think they are.
I think that's what is happening. Yeah.
I think they are. Because the developer or the person, the director over Marvel television, Brad Wonderbaum, he has said
Brad.
that he has said that Vision Quest, Agatha All Along, and WandaVision are all
It's a
like
trilogy.
a trilogy. Yeah, he
Yeah.
is. They have stated
Yeah.
that. So this end of this trilogy is Vision Quest, and Agatha's taking Billy to go find his brother, which we saw and know. I think
Yeah.
we have the cast of him already.
Yeah.
They're going
Yeah.
to Vision Quest and they're going to find Vision. And hey, look, maybe we see a Wanda Maximoff in this show. I don't know. That's like the one character that everybody thinks is going to come back at some point.
I
I
think
don't
she
know.
is too, but I'm not sure in what form. Whether
Yeah.
it's like a memory or some. I think we'll get some variation of something
Yeah.
from her. I don't think that she's done, but I definitely don't think we're gonna see like a whole movie or
Yeah.
like another TV show or anything out of it. I don't think the Scarlet Witch. No, I I
I
really do believe they're gonna close the chapter on all of these characters to some degree, but that's
Yeah.
that's another story.
I personally think that the next time we see Wanda is going to be a secret appearance in Doomsday, and
Mhm.
I think Doom's going to have her. No, I don't want to say have her by the throat in a sense of like him actually physically hurting her, but she's going to be on Team Doom. I think because we
Mm.
have a lot of
Okay.
rumors about the characters are going to be Team Doom. I think he's going to have this whole thing where maybe he's going to get into her head again, where hey, like I lost something that's obviously very important to me. I can get it back with your help. I can make this. I could do this for you too. And Wanda's one of those characters where she's obviously very strong. She knows what she wants, but when it comes down to her children, anything for them. And maybe someone like Doom who can show her that he can get it done. Well, I think that's where we're gonna see Wanda next. But that's just
Yeah.
me. Um, I don't think there's any chance in hell that she's dead at all. Um, But before we get kind of scattered ADHD brain, let's jump right to that ending there in Daredevil episode 4. We have the boxing match. Wilson Fisk just
Yeah.
beating the shit out of that poor man who is
Yeah.
just taking those shots, dude.
What's-
They're not
what's-
even getting any counts in there.
What's crazy too is like this is a whole campaign scheme. Like this is just
Yeah,
like
it's an
Yes.
exhibition
show, like-
fight.
yeah, like the guy he knew what he was signing up for. And after I think what happened is he hit Kingpin and Kingpin was like, okay. And then the guy was
You're
like,
dead.
oh, my bad. Like, oops.
And
Like,
that
it's-
fight, like, it was brutal.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to see with Kingpin. I want more of him getting his hands dirty and
Yep.
the blood on the white shirt and the white gloves. That's an iconic Kingpin look.
Yeah.
And it leads directly into, I guess, spoiler warning for those who haven't watched episode 4. Turn this off and come back. We have Bullseye chucking that. Is it like a little trophy? I assume like a snow globe
it's like a
thing.
It's
yeah,
a
it's like a
paperweight.
clear yeah, like a paperweight,
paperweight,
and
yeah.
it has like Fisk in the like his head in the middle, like
Where
of
they
it.
sell those, you can get that in like the Statue of Liberty back in the days,
Yeah.
the World Trade Center, the Empire State Building.
Mm.
Those little crystal paperweights, you just buy them at a novelty shop. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So that,
Okay.
but this one was uniquely different because it had Fisk as a bust in the middle of the city, and that was what was interesting. But
And just
yeah,
that shot of him slamming the
I do
the
have
belt.
a question for both of you in that moment, by the way. But go ahead.
Hit me.
Sorry about that.
No,
Steve.
before I jump in, what's the question? I want to know.
So, do you guys, by chance, think that Bullseye threw that, remember who he is, with the intent that he knew it would be deflected by Kingpin and shatter, and it would be at Kingpin's intent? I mean, should I just say? The fact that it hits her, right? Like, it kills her,
Yeah.
right? It was Kingpin killing her, essentially, right? Provoked by him, but killed by him, right? So,
Yeah.
or do you think that wasn't meant to kill her, and I mean, no, that he wasn't meant to deflect it, and he meant to kill her himself? I mean, you can go either way at this point, but I think the more
Yeah.
sinister way and the most character profile way, in my opinion, is that he intended for Kingpin to kill her. It just
1000%. That's how I
it feels
interpret
like
it.
the right thing. Yeah.
The
yeah.
the
It
way
was like,
that
I
I
know the way that I can throw this. You will make a decision that is you
There's
or
no
her.
way.
You know,
Yeah.
There's
like,
no way we
Yeah.
see this man doing all that he did in the diner and leading up to it, and then this thing is an accident? No.
no way.
No. He threw a fucking lobster and killed the guy, right? That's what we said?
yeah yeah
He threw a freaking meat temperature thing off screen and killed the guy on screen. We didn't even see where he threw that shit from. He flicked
Yeah.
it somehow and got the guy.
yeah. I think the way that I saw it, and this is before you both have spoken. The way that I saw it was he had his target, and he knew, like, he knew that she was going to be there, even after Kingpin said, "Don't come."
Literally, she
Like, he-
was asking for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I think what happened is like
Yeah.
he, kicked the little thing up and threw it. Now, I now think, because of both of y'all swaying me, I do think that he had that calculated. However, watching it in real time, I think that was Kingpin trying to save or trying to stop, like, interjecting. I don't think necessarily Bullseye was like, I want you to be the one, because Bullseye's going after Vanessa, but like
Oh yeah.
he wants to be the one to kill her.
For sure.
Now
'Cause
that she's dead,
she tricked him into. She didn't really hire him. She basically used his
Manipulated
fragile
him.
state
Yeah.
and manipulated him to do this. So he really hates her.
Yeah.
Like he
so
hates
I think
Kingpin,
at
but
that
he
point,
hates her.
I think at that point you got to look at Bullseye as a calculated person, like a character who's very calculated. He knows what he's doing, but in a state of emotion like that, I think he was just chucking it at her to just get it done with. I don't think he realized that Kingpin was going to do that. Now it's a fun way to look at it and be like, yeah, he he definitely knew. He knew, but I don't know. I just don't see I don't see Bullseye being that character to be like, he's good with, like, bouncing it off of things. He threw it directly at her, and then Kingpin just
Yeah.
happened to step in with the belt.
Yeah, I
Like-
don't know. I can't stick with that. I think he deliberately threw it with the intention, knowing the man's
He loves his wife.
passion,
He will
love,
He will go through and defend
admiration.
Vanessa.
He knew it, and he needed him to feel this pain on such a nuclear level, on an atomic level, that he'll never be the same. Not only is she dead, but she's dead by his hands.
Yeah.
And
That
that's
is
the thing
just-
that makes it so great, because everything that's going wrong with New York
It's
City
poetic
is Fisk's fault.
justice. It's
Yeah.
literally
poetic
Fisk.
justice.
He's losing his mind. It is so incredible. And this show,
Yeah,
that's what
it's
makes this
it's
show so
poetic
fucking
justice.
great.
Listen,
Mhm.
the poetic justice in this is so
Absolutely.
vital, because think about it, right? We're only at episode 4 of 9, right?
Mhm.
And the point of making him the villain in his own story, because he's, unfortunately put in that position by Bullseye, extends the grief that we're going to see him spiral into a peril about over the extent of the next 5 episodes. And I
Yeah.
think he'll have moments where he's going to ponder that and be more enraged, and not just because she's dead, but now there's so much more behind it. You made me kill her. I'm going to kill you. Like, there's going to be fuel for the rage, and not just because she could have died and he would have been sad and broken, right? But now you add the fact that he
it.
intentionally had him kill her. Now you got the rage and that other shit to it. It just makes more sense. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
that's where we get kind of the disheveled Kingpin, and I think going into Punisher, that's where we get this chaos and disarray from. Because I think what we saw, and Steven, you said this last episode that we spoke about it, is that Punisher comes right after the last episode of the season, which makes sense. We're gonna see the failure of Fisk's, shit, and we're gonna see Punisher's in that chaos, and then I think by the end of all of this, we'll get a brand new day. And I think by the next year, when we get somewhat of the Defenders or season 3, we're gonna actually see Luke Cage be the mayor.
Night Sons.
Yeah, we're gonna see Luke Cage pick up the mantle of mayor to clean up the city. That's how we're gonna get that rounded out.
Mm-hmm.
Am I bugging?
Two quick things, because
Am I bugging on that? I feel like that's how it's
I 1000% agree.
Yeah.
I think two things that were really fun is that we got to see this version of Fisk where obviously he is so enraged, but he's so emotional. It literally felt like they were bringing the Across the Spider-Verse Kingpin to screen where he lost his Vanessa.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, he
good.
is just, he's in it. Like he's out of it. And the other great thing about that too is this, my second point, that shot where they have Daredevil and Bullseye just flying out the window. I think JT knows where I'm going with this, and Bruce, you probably do too. But we saw a silhouette, a figure of the one and only the Watcher, Uatu, in the broken glass with the two lights that reflected his eyes. Is this just a fun little Easter egg where they're like, yes, the Watcher is watching everything? Or is this something where we're leading up to a little bit more, or maybe nothing, cosmic is going to happen in Daredevil, but
I have a theory, but let's finish this and then I'll spin my theory on you guys, because there is something that I think is happening, but I don't know.
Right. Do we think this is a bigger picture than just Daredevil and Bullseye?
So. Okay, I'll just tell you guys. We're closing out on Daredevil. Great show, fucking amazing, right? Okay, Vanessa died. We're gonna get a crazy Kingpin. All right.
R.I.P.
All right. R.I.P.
She's dead.
So here's my theory, right? I think what we're speculating with Doom and everything that comes from the incursions and everything, right? We're speculating that that's gonna give birth to the New Mutants, right? Or the Mutants saga. I honestly think that we're caught in a storyline of Uatu. He's telling a greater story that we're seeing it from the inside out. Whereas really we should be seeing it from the outside in, like he's doing it. And so just like in the cartoon or the animated show, we're going to watch as we spin out into another universe. Here's why I started to believe that. Years ago, when we saw that one scene where I believe it was in Loki, where there's like oh no, actually, was it in Loki? I forgot where it was. There was a ship, and then then they went out into an outer space galaxy, into another universe and spun out. It was in live action. And then we were into the show. I forgot what show it was. However, I knew right then, I was like, okay, there's a possibility that what we just experienced was that we're not in the actual 616 timeline. We're in like a 616A or 616B or something to that effect. What we saw was kind of a splintered timeline. And
everything's led up to
doing,
one spot.
Yeah. What Uwatsu's doing is that this is one of his favorite timelines. And we've seen that he has those, right? In the animation, he says he has his favorites. So I think that what we're seeing is why they keep dropping these little things here and there. Because he's been in more shit than, wasn't he in X-Men 97? So he's been in some shit. So I think, honestly, what we're catching is that he is watching this universe. He's watching it, and at some point, we're gonna see the proper MCU 616, whichever designation it is, and that's where we're gonna have our mutants and everything rebooted, and Doom and all of that shit is just gonna be a past. It's gonna be a thing of the past, or a thing not of the past in that universe, but a thing of the past in our eyes. He's gonna close a chapter on a story for us and be like, you know, that wasn't really the true 616 or some shit. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
think that's their I think that's their parachute is what I'm saying. They're gonna pull that fucking ripcord and that's it. We're thinking it's gonna be related to incursions and battle world and all that shit, but I don't think so. I think that's still we're in that bubble of the universe that he's gonna put a closure on.
I agree. And I think only time will tell, especially when it comes down to Doomsday. But leading up to pretty much gearing into the end of this episode, were there any last bullet points or any last ideas of what you possibly think this week's episode could even start from?
Well, hold on now. Hold on. Let me tell you what my thought is
Okay,
before we
yeah.
get into it. Okay, do y'all want the what I actually think or what my fan theory is?
I want both.
Yeah.
Okay,
both.
fan theory is 100% what Bruce said. I think this is a ploy saying that the Watcher is always watching and he's there and he has always been here, cuz I'm trying to look up on this any appearance of the Watcher that we've gotten.
Yeah.
A majority of them, I think it's 95%, not 95% animated.
Yeah, for
obviously
sure.
he's in What If. He's been in I Am Groot. He's been in
Zombies?
Marvel Zombie. He's been in Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, Eyes of Wakanda. Then you see him pop up in one, and I'm trying to figure out, he was a statue in Thor Love and Thunder.
Yeah.
And apparently it says here that he was in a photo. I can't find the photo, but he was in episode 9 called whose show is this?
Oh.
I'm trying to find the photo. But and if I find it, I can, we'll go from there. But he's not in live action. He's very much animated purposes, which
And we don't
that's
have
fine.
Uatu in live action, but we do have his species in live action with Guardians
In
of the
Guardians
Galaxy
2.
2
Yeah,
with Stanley's cameo because he's chatting with them.
correct. Now, what do I think happened? I think it's just an accident. I don't. Yeah, it's just a fun little Easter egg. I don't think it. I mean, it's hard for me to sit here and be like, oh yeah, it would. My mind would be blown if he was actually sitting here, you know, doing all that.
Yeah, it just wouldn't feel right, especially in a show like Daredevil. It's fun to speculate though, because that's what we do as fans: is we speculate the next thing, we speculate what could be and how it could be. But no, that's just what I think too. So
Yeah, I mean, and I know Brad Wonderbaum, again, director or head of Marvel Television, has quote unquote confirmed it, saying like he's always watching. I think that's because fans caught it and he was like, "Oh yeah, definitely." Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's like you take credit for something that was an accident. It's just
Yeah.
you got to.
Yeah, that's just what I think, but I don't know.
We'll see. Well,
We
hopefully
will
next week's
see.
episode that comes up is going to be spectacular. I believe here at the Quantum Couch, as much as we're going to want to talk about it weekly, who knows? Maybe we talk about this Daredevil again at the end of the season when everything's all said and done. Going into Punisher, what we think could happen, maybe what Punisher could be more about if we get some more information. I think that'd be a fun thing to do because obviously there's a lot of other things here at the Quantum Couch that we're going to talk about over the next few weeks. Coming into the helm of now that we have 3 hosts, which I'm super excited to have JT on here. I think it makes the show a lot more vibrant. It also just gives a lot of pushback on opinions where it's like, JT's not going to agree with me on, The Last Jedi being the best Star Wars sequel movie because I'll die on that hill. But no, it's going to be super exciting. And Past the Silver Screen is going to be so much fun. You guys are in for an absolute treat, and I cannot wait to go through it and get this ball rolling.
I will. Let me get my last bit here. I do want to say this to you, both of you gentlemen, which very, very much applauded you in y'all's last episode, or 2 episodes ago, I should say, when y'all discussed trilogies. Bravo! Neither one of y'all said Avatar. That made my day.
Thank God.
Absolutely
never,
not.
No.
Fuck no.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
I'm
Thank you
out.
for doing that.
No. Never.
Thank
And
you.
it's
And
you know what? I wish they could have. I do like the premise. I just don't. Nah, I'm good.
Yep.
and
Actually, I don't even want to talk about it.
and there's a few
Yeah.
fans. There's a few fans out there that I know listen to this podcast. Shout out to Trevor, who are very disappointed that you did not say Back to the Future.
Oh,
It's-
you know
it's
what?
great. It's great, but it's not
Yeah.
top 5. I'm sorry.
Oh, I definitely think it's definitely, I wouldn't say it's top 5,
Honorable
but
mention.
not because it isn't, but it's definitely probably like 6, maybe 7. It's close for me.
Yeah.
It's in there. And like I said before, even on that episode, sometimes it's interchangeable. Sometimes
Yeah.
Yep.
depending upon if we're hitting that time, that day comes up where it was on the time machine. Maybe that day it's my favorite freaking franchise. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I wish we had a 4th one? Hell yeah. I think we can do a 4th
I think it
one.
could have done it for sure.
100%.
Well, all of these
All right.
conversations, just like this, we will be talking about on Past the Silver Screen, which I cannot wait. I've got a lot of fun games for you both. So
We're excited.
can't wait for that. Can't wait for that.
For our non-Marvel listeners, please go check out Past the Silver Screen, subscribe to it, get the notifications ready, because if you're in a realm where you just don't follow nerdy things and nerdy culture, that's totally fine, because we follow everything. So we can talk about anything that's not Marvel or DC related or superhero related in that kind of matter here, and it's
Yeah.
going to be all love for just movies and TV shows.
I know. And
Absolutely.
I got one for you guys, but we're gonna have to talk about it there. But Scary Movie.
Yes.
That entire
Oh
franchise.
my god, we'll do a scary movie tier listing, because
Okay.
I
Yeah.
would love to rank those movies.
Yeah, we got again a bunch of ideas, a bunch of really cool content coming for y'all on Past the Silver Screen. So be on the lookout for that.
For sure.
All
Well, with
right.
that being said here, we appreciate you guys at the Quantum Couch. And JT,
Yep.
since this is your first episode as our co-host, close it out for the fans.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Quantum Couch. You can take your feet off of the rest. You can stand up, give yourself a little stretch, but don't go too far, because you'll be right back with the Quantum Couch next week, and we'll see you then.
Later.
Welcome to the Quantum Couch. Steven, JT, Bruce, take a seat. Take a seat.